Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is Hairymuppet. Welcome back to some Factorio Space Age, and we are on Fulgora, and we're getting very close to the point. We're about to build the Fulgora Megabase, the techie Megabase. So I'm going to show you a few things that I've been doing to prepare, and I'm going to be showing you a few things that I've been doing outside of Fulgora. But yeah, the number one thing that's actually been going on is this right here. Legendary mech armor is being made. Well, it's about to be made. So basically we created this. This is not too hard at all. We already had legendaries of these first three, and these are just green and red circuits in very large numbers. We had all of those in legendary quality, so that was fine. Had this. This was a bit of a pain in the ass, the super capacitor, because, yeah. Well, we had pretty much every holmium plate was a pain in the ass to get. Batteries were not too bad, because the thing is, a battery is just iron, copper, and sulfuric acid. And of course, the sulfuric acid doesn't need to be legendary. So yeah, we just piped that in, some normal electrolyte, and we had to fish out some holmium plate is very hard to get legendary. So when I built these, I had 5 legendary prod modules, and I managed to turn 40 holmium plate, just under 40 holmium plate into 50 supercapacitors, which is really nice considering it's a 2-to-1 recipe. So that was it. That's how I got the supercapacitors, and now I'm just waiting on the holmium 200. We need 200 legendary holmium plate, which is very, very painful. So let me sort of show you how I'm doing that. Basically, I revamped this build. I added a bunch more holmium solution creators, which are kind of dry at the moment, but I mean, this belt is running, kind of running full speed. Maybe I need to fix this up again so it starts running a bit faster, gets me some more holmium. When this goes over 2K, it starts sending it down to the bottom of the base. I put prod modules on all these without putting speed modules, so they're all extremely slow now, which hopefully means all this stuff is backing up, which means that we should have extra holmium ore to send over. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So got a decent amount of holmium plate being produced usually. It's not backing up at the moment, but 99% of the time it's backing up. And then basically I just have these 4 going nuts, sending the plates up. If it's legendary, we send it off to a passive. If it's anything else, we recycle the living hell out of it. There we go. And we just continue doing that until we get legendary. And then we send it off to this little chest here, which has been running for quite some time and has managed to rack up about 146 legendary holmium plate. And as soon as it reaches 200, this alert is going to go off and say, hey, you can make your mech armor now, which is awesome. So I did have to destroy my build that was making the superconductors. So I'm going to have to go in and fix that later on, because otherwise I won't be able to make legendary quality modules anymore. So my legendary, I don't know if my legendary quality build is actually completely broken at the moment. I had so many, I mean, I still got superconductors. Like, I still got a bunch here, I still got a bunch here, and if we have a look, I got 1,000 of each in this area. So clearly, I've got enough superconductors lying around that I don't need to worry about destroying that build for a little bit. Ooh, also, 9 legendary rocket turrets are sitting in this chest. I need 14 though for this DSM, because if we look at here, there are 14 rocket turrets here. And the DSM is currently still just sitting at home because we don't really need it at the moment. But on Aquilo, we have 3 epic railguns. I don't think I'm ever going to get a legendary one in my lifetime. I'd have to set up a proper build to actually take the recycled goods and then put those into like making uncommon railguns or rare railguns or something crazy like that. And then with quality modules, then I would probably get a few legendary railguns. But I mean, if I can get one more epic railgun, then that'll be it, because this guy has 4 at the front that I really care about, and all 4 are currently rare. So if I upgrade all 4 to be epic, and all of the rocket turrets to be legendary, then suddenly I think we're in a really good place. Speaking of really good place, this, I did the other projectile damage to level 21. That took a long time. This one is going to take about 8 hours to get through. And then we've got this one, which is double that. So that's probably going to be like a 24 hour, because I think this one's been running for like 4 hours already. I do want to get these 3 done as well. And I've been doing a bit of scrap recycling, but I think that I'm actually out. Yeah, tech science. Tech science is down to 38,000, which is only good for 380,000 research approximately. And the next level of scrap recycling is 1.1 million. But I did push it up nice. It was at level 10. I pushed it up to level 18 in preparation for the next stage of the Fulgora Megabase. And yeah, speaking of which, fusion power plant up on Fulgora. All good to go. All running. And everything's filled out. These are running these are not quite got enough in there. Have these got any? They got a bit of fluid, so they have been getting a bit of fluid, but not as much as I would like. I only just set up the fusion fuel, and this one I started sending it around before the ammo had fully backed up, so the rockets are only backing up now. And I realized, you know what? This has been a big problem. I create a ship and then I have to wait half the episode for it to actually get working. So what I've done is I've created 3 test ships. Test 1, Test 2, and Test 3. I just created them and they're just going to sit there getting ammo. And whenever I need a new ship, I'm going to rename one of these, send it off, and then create a new test ship. So I've always got 3 in backup, basically. Oh, and on Gleba, there is also a 6 gigawatt fusion power plant. Just sitting there, not doing a whole lot. Not really needed at all. Still using the solar array, which is nice, which helps cut down the fusion power. But yeah, I haven't really changed much here, I think, since the last episode. We've still got the little carbon build over here, which is really not backing up. I'm assuming because now Visa is using so much carbon fiber or whatever it is. Yeah, not much is really happening. Maybe I should start getting some of this tech, this science out of the way. It doesn't have that much though. It really doesn't. Maybe what I should do is I should send my personal ship over there to pick it all up. And then I can go back to Nalvis and drop it all off. That's not a bad idea. So in terms of this planet, I've set up these groovy little installations. So basically we started making the bigger lightning collectors. So big lightning collector, substation, bunch of accumulators, and a radar. And how are they still naming radars in this game? That's crazy. Okay, apparently they're still naming radars. But I put a whole bunch of these in a big circle because we're going to need a buttload of islands for this build. I want to make... I'm not actually sure I need to make it that big, but I think 1 island per process. What we might do is for the final bit, for like the final science pack. Having said that, the final science pack needs 64 of these electromagnetic facilities. I kind of want to save for the initial scrap recycling and for a dumping ground. And then I think for the smaller islands, like the medium to smaller islands, like this one, I might do the final silence on or something like that. And then that will just take in whatever it needs to take in. So take in 4 trains for each of these goods. So we'll basically have 1 island per good, pretty much. Because, yeah, with recycling, I'm going to need space for trains and stuff like that. And, yeah, the recycling islands are going to have to be massive because I think we're going to need 1 train station for every good that's recycled, but also an extra train station for every good to overflow it. So for the recycling overflow. So this one produces 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 12, right? So theoretically, we're going to need 24 stations. And I've already figured out how I'm going to do the stations because they're going to be, it's going to be very annoying to squeeze a lot in. So what I'm going to do, I'll do a demonstration over here, is we're just going to do this and we're going to have, I don't have any train stations. We're just going to have a station here and we're going to side load it like so. Basically send it up like that. And basically do it like that. You could even squeeze it a little bit closer, potentially. I don't think we can squeeze it closer. You'd have to squeeze it like that, in which case you'd have to have 2. Which is not impossible. Here's the thing, how many times do we need more than 1 belt for a particular product? Not too many times. I don't think we need... We'll have to see. Batteries. How many batteries do we need? That's an interesting... I'm looking at Factorio Labs over on the side. What is it even using that many batteries for? Outputs. Item. What is it using it for? Ah, accumulators. Okay. So it needs a buttload of batteries for accumulators. Yeah, 4.7 lanes. 4.7 belts worth of batteries for accumulators. Okay. Well, we might have to do something special for that. Might have to do something special for that. Maybe we can just have 5 stations. Okay, so well, let's sort of math this out. Can we squeeze this in closer? So if we get rid of this and we move that over to be there, how do we unload a train? I'm a little bit worried about lightning hitting me, so let's just put a little lightning shield over here. Okay, so how do we actually unload? I mean, there are ways to do it, but I want to kind of maximize. I mean, the simplest way is this. That's the simplest way. You put fast green inserters on there, you're getting a full belt. Even for green belts, you're probably getting a full belt. But then you got no cache. You got no cache whatsoever, which I really don't like. I really don't like. So I think I will spread it out. Or I kind of... Here's the thing, right? Let me get some train stations over here. I need to build up a lot of productivity in this area. Oh, by the way, Spidertrons, I got 4 reds and I got 4 greens, so I got more of these guys up here. I got to slowly go through all the goods that they're requesting and find a way to make them. Landfill, obviously not, but I don't want to mess with their schedule too much. Some things are coming through on the okay, that's a ton of requests that it just sent in. Whatever. Are we requesting? I know that the I have a feeling. Oh, I kind of here's the thing. I kind of want some legendary grabbers, but I don't want to just put them on supply rockets because that's going to kill my supply back on Navis. I got 700 of them in here, sitting pretty. Also automated legendary exoskeletons, so I could send them over for the Spidertron. Ooh, and by the way, check this out, 873. We're almost halfway to finishing all these guys off. That is going to be epic, absolutely epic. Oh, and by the way, I can't remember if I mentioned it, but I did actually get a little bit of a speed boost at one point. So somebody mentioned you should change the stack size of these to 1, so they don't completely drain this, and it worked beautifully. So thank you to whoever said that, it worked fine. And when I did that for the first time, I actually went up to 52k signs per minute, simply because the labs all started functioning a lot more efficiently. Having said that, it did go down again because, of course, we started running out of signs, I'm presuming. But yeah, the labs definitely got a bit more efficient when I did that. But yeah, 874, and this is still going pretty strong. These guys are all going okay. I could expand these, I guess. We're not actually running out of eggs. Running out of the prod 2s, which are running out of the prod 1s, which we're... Ah, I meant to copy this, but I never got around to it. This is like an actual major bottleneck there. Man, yeah, okay, we're gonna fly all the way back over there and gonna manually do that, because yeah, prod modules, like, you gotta take care of them. You gotta take care of them. Oh, yeah. You gotta take... Alright, let's go all the way back to Navis. Here's one thing I learned. You can actually, while you're launching there, you can grab this and you can say, alright, go to Navis. And it'll wait for you to arrive and drop in, and then as soon as you drop in, it'll automatically start moving. Okay, let's go over there, because that will probably double our productivity of legendary modules. Legendary prod modules, which will be awesome. I might copy this as well, because this is green, so obviously it still wants them. And this one as well. Cool. The legendary ones we don't need, but... How many of these do we have? Only 2. Okay. So we got a decent amount of eggs, but not quite. Ooh, I can like drop to a planet from here. That's beautiful. If only speed modules did not just destroy the productivity. Oh, and it's a legendary. That's so awesome. Yeah, this thing is painful. I mean, 4 productivity module 2s. So we really need to get these guys up and running. Okay, alright. So, what else has been going on? Really not much, to be honest. Yeah, really not much. We've got fusion power plants on pretty much every planet now. Big ones, Fulgora, Gleba, Volcanus all have 6 gigawatts of fusion power. Now Vis, of course, has far more than 6 gigawatts. Aquilo, I haven't done a proper power plant, but at some point when we start megabasing this up, we'll do a proper power plant. And that will be the easiest power plant to make. Yeah. Have we got a... Oh, we just shot off. Yeah, it's cool that it sort of drags the camera back to you when you're dumping off a power thing, but after a while, you kind of just like, when you're jet setting around so much, you're just like, you know what? Maybe I wish it wouldn't interrupt when I'm looking at the map view. Alright, let's get the logistics all going. I don't need 0 recipes anymore. Because, I mean, half the time I have trash unrequested turned on, so 0 recipes are kind of not necessary. Okay. So, come on, bots. Oh, I must have moved just out of... There's like a logistics black hole in there. Oh, man. I'm getting so close to this armor So close to this. To be honest, I don't really need the armor. 153, but I was just like, you know what? Let's just make it. And at least I'll get this, there's 2 achievements. So I can get this one. That one, I could already get this one if I really wanted to. But I'll get that when I get the legendary mech. And I'll do this. Let's talk about the gear in my inventory. Because this one, I've made legendary. This one I made legendary because I had everything lying around. I had like batteries. Because I started making legendary batteries. And after I made legendary batteries, I was just like, okay. This just needs superconductors and batteries and steel and iron and blah. So I just had everything. So I just said, screw it, I'll make it. The batteries are a pain. The tool belt's a pain because it needs carbon fiber. I made night vision, but meh. The portable fusion reactors will never be legendary. Ever, 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 ever will be legendary. Okay? If anybody... If I make legendary mech armor and some smartass in the chat comes along and says, when are you making legendary fusion reactors? There's no way to ban somebody on YouTube, but as soon as I find a way to ban somebody on YouTube, you are banned, okay? That's just a thing, all right? Legendary fusion reactors require... Okay, so portable fission reactors I could probably make legendary. If I really wanted to, I'd have to make legendary uranium fuel cells, which sounds like a massive pain in the ass. Legendary fusion power cells, probably even easier than the uranium, because, I mean, it just takes these components. Lithium, holmium, I mean, yeah, it's a pain in the ass getting those up, but could be done, yeah. Carbon fiber, pain in the ass to get legendary. Quantum processors, that's like, no. There's no way I'm making legendary quantum processors. Especially because... what does it need? 250? 250 quantum processors? How the hell do I make legendary quantum processors? How much of these extremely expensive materials would I just have to throw in the bin to get 250 legendary quantum processors? I know we need 2 of these as well for my inventory. Or potentially even more once I start... Okay. Well, red circuits have immediately fallen over, which is probably not unexpected, but... yeah. Anyway, that should help a little bit. Let's have a bit of a look at red circuits. You're actually going. You're both kind of going. We've got enough greens. We've got enough copper wires. Yeah, so we just need a bunch more of these. I'm just going to build a bunch more of these. Up here to... there we go. Now, it does require legendary prod modules in these. Well, it doesn't, but we've put them in there because it makes a lot of sense. What are we having? 8? Let's just make it an even 10. Even 10, and then we need 20 legendary prod modules. So let's go grab those. We'll probably yank them out of the labs. Oh, by the way, whoever gave me the hint, you hold Shift and Alt and you do a mouse thing. It's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. Hold Shift and Alt, scroll the mouse wheel, and it automatically changes the thingamabob. Okay, let's go steal some legendary prod modules out of the labs. Eventually, these labs will all get finished, and then I won't need to steal out of them anymore, but it is always a bit annoying, because half the time I have trash unrequested on, and they just get disappeared. Okay, I'll take one from you. I'll take one from you. Turn off the roboport, so that when I do this, I don't immediately put the prod modules back in, which has happened a few times. Where did they go? I had 4. Oh, I must have... yeah, okay. I must have, before I turned the roboport off, I must have chucked them in somewhere. Probably in here. It's probably your fault. How many do I need? 20. 20. Okay, let's go scrounging around for a few. Oh, here's a nice bit. 14, 16, 19, 20. Or actually, what I like to do is I like to fill the ones I've stolen from with the normal prod modules, so they still get a bit of go, and then I paste over them. Come on, paste. There we go, that's beautiful. I want to make sure I don't miss any here. Okay, you guys need to be pasted over. You need to be pasted over. Pasted, please. There we go. I think that's it. I don't want to accidentally miss one of them and then have one bloody lab that's working at like 385% for like the next 10,000 years or something stupid like that. Okay. Oh, no, I missed one. Did I even... Okay. There we go. Beautiful. Beautiful. So, we've successfully moved it up to over 900 again, which is a bit annoying, but yeah. And now we can go up to the top, and we can turn our RoboPort back on again, and we have instantly done these. And immediately we're running out of epic green circuits. I thought we were okay on epic greens. Epic copper. I thought we were okay on epic copper. Maybe we're not okay on epic copper. How are we on epic plates? We got 2.8k. We got 1.2k. Alright, so we need another one of these. I feel like these should have a bit of prod modules in them as well, to be completely honest. Let's do one more. Let's do one more, and then we'll do a couple of these. I could put prod modules in here, but then I would have to go all the way over there and get some prod modules. I still got this, so maybe a logistics spot will be nice and give me one, but I doubt it. I very much doubt it. You know what? I'm going to take the quality modules out of these guys. I'm going to take these guys off. So these ones are solely... Oh, they did give me one. These ones are solely just doing it for epics, basically. Just doing it for epics. And they're running... Well, they're running a fair bit slower all of a sudden, but... That's what you get for putting prod modules in these machines. What I could do is I could put a speed beacon next to them. I think I could squeeze a speed beacon in there. Yeah. Oh, I could fit a speed beacon here and here, because that's for the legendary build, so it doesn't matter. Oh, of course. So that should get the legendary, the epic cables up to scratch. And, epic iron or something like that. And then we just hit trash unrequested. Get rid of all that crap. We've actually got three I'm just going to get rid of this. Yeah, I don't really need the legendary prod modules for these guys. Up here, for the red circuit, the epic reds, yeah, I'll put some legendary prod modules in there. And that gets it to 100%, and they've still got the quality, which I don't know if I really care about the quality, but How many? Oh, you gotta type in the proper name. So we got almost 3,000 red circuits. And 69,000 legendary coppers. That's a lot of legendary copper. It's all because of these eggs. I can't get enough if I could get legendary eggs, I would be fine. But even with this setup, I just can't get enough legendary eggs. If I had legendary eggs, all my problems would be solved. But anyway, yeah. We have too many legendary copper cables. I have said in a previous episode that there's no point recycling legendary goods, but 43,000 legendary electronic circuits. What could I use that crap for? Maybe I should start making like a few more. I could start making Assembly Machine 3 legendaries, just thousands of them. Well, I don't know. I mean, the crafting speed is nice. What is it actually made from anyway? Speed mod. Oh, I would need. Well, I've got tons of legendary. Yeah, I got all this. I could very easily make legendary Assembly Machine 3s. Ooh, legendary speed modules. I mean, it's just Like the prod modules, yes, 100% they are awesome. And for things like this, on the DSM, they are almost required. I wouldn't say they're required, but they're almost required. Because you're getting 5k SPM, so yeah, it's kind of required. And with Fulgora, I'll probably use legendary prod modules as well. Because here's the thing, right? For Fulgora, currently, we've got 65 machines with 5 prod module 3s. So that's a total of 65 times 5 is 325. So if we change that to legendary prod module 3s, suddenly we're only at 47 machines. Here's an interesting thing. Let's go from speed module 3s to legendary speed module 3s in the beacons. Okay, now we're down to 20 machines. But all that's really doing is reducing the amount of machines that we need. It's not actually reducing the amount of inputs we need. However, going from normal prod module 3s to legendary prod module 3s reduces the amount of supercapacitors we need from 41.7 per second to to 30.4. So that's a 25% reduction in the input ingredients, which is pretty huge. I mean, that's a lot less scrap that I need to process. I don't actually know. I mean, the weird thing about this is, the Factorio Lab, the factoriolab.github website is great most of the time, but I think it's starting to fall over a little bit when it comes to Fulgora. It's having trouble calculating a lot of stuff. Well, kind of. It has actually calculated it, I think. It has actually done it. It's put the scrap underneath the ice for some reason, but basically what it's saying is it's actually giving me, it's saying I need 2,697.4 scrap per second, but that's not including the bonuses. Let's include the bonuses. Scrap recycling, 180%. Okay, now we only need 960 scrap recycling. And if I push that up to 200%, scrap recycling at 200%, which is probably where I'll end it off. Yeah, so we need 20 belts. Well, we 899, which is still 20 belts, which is still a lot. There's still a lot of, that's still, Jesus, that's a huge amount of scrap. Having said that, can we put prod modules in scrap recyclers? That's an interesting question. If we go over to Fulgora, we go up to here. No, you can't. You can't put prod modules in scrap recyclers, so you have to rely on the research. And I think level 20 is honestly a pretty good place to sort of sit back and say, okay, this one's starting to run a lot more. I like that. And we're starting to see a few more of these be created, a few more of these be created. These guys are running pretty much full time, which I like. So yeah, I mean, you always need more red circuits, don't you? And even the epic ones, we still need more of them. So yeah, there we go. Who would have thought I would be running out of epic red circuits, but I'd be backed up massively on legendary ones? I mean, sorry, really need a drink there. I burnt my tongue yesterday while I was cooking some pasta, and yeah, my mouth is quite a bit more dry than it normally would be. So yeah, but look at this. If we have a look at productivity modules, and we only care about the legendary ones, we have gone up. We've gone up significantly. If we look at 10 hours, we're producing about 0.6 an hour, 0.6. So it was actually quite low, but now we've gone up. We're about 1 per minute, which is actually really nice. Really nice. So it's definitely getting better. I don't think our egg production hasn't improved. So I suspect what's going to happen is that we're just going to use up all our eggs on this EM plant. Ah, come on. Give me a legendary egg, please. Give me a legendary egg. Come on, you son of a... No, not giving me any eggs at all. I'm just going to have to keep running this process. But, yeah. Okay, so that fixed that, so that's beautiful. So, yeah, this is pretty much all just a... basically, just waiting for... Well, we're not really waiting. We're waiting for holmium plates for the armor. But as far as Fulgora is concerned, it's pretty much go time. We've got the Spidertrons. We need to go over there and make sure that everything they need is being fulfilled. There's still a whole bunch of stuff they need, which we have to either ship over or put in assemblers. Some of this stuff we can probably add to the rocket. Yeah, like red inserters. We can put 100 in there. And you know what? I'm going to increase that to 5. Because we are going to need supplies like you would not believe on this planet. Did I say I was going to use green belts everywhere here? I think I did say that, didn't I? I wanted to build them in case I needed them, and I think I will need some of them over here. So let's change that to 3. Let's change that to 3. I don't think I need too much of this other stuff. We'll change this to 2 as well. And planet supply, what else? Let's get some train stops in here. 10. That's easy to sort of grab and throw into there. What else are you guys missing? that you really, really want. So we did red circuits. We did train stops, pumps, beacons we already got, storage tanks. Some of these are red because we just don't have enough. Buffer chest. Technically we don't really need buffer chests, but I'll chuck them in there anyway. Yeah, let's chuck these little things in. Chuck these little things. We might as well. I mean, you want the Spidertron to have them. And, well, there we go. I've officially gone mad. We are sending programmable speakers via rockets in our supply ship. So that's how you know that either the person running the video is insane or they've just got so much rockets flying everywhere they just don't give a crap anymore. Pumps, storage tanks. I don't think we're going to need furnaces on this planet. We're not going to need boilers. Display panels. Yeah, we could need display panels. So let's get 20 of those display panels. Storage tanks, 100. And what was the other one? Pumps. That's right, 100. We might need some pumps. Yes, actually, we definitely will need some pumps because we are having fluid train stations. Speaking of, oh, I've already got that. Beautiful. Okay, so all our supply ships should now be waking up a little bit and be like, oh crap, I need to get some more stuff going. But that's fine. We haven't checked on Volcanus in a while. It's very backed up because we're not really using the science anymore. And if we have a look at our belts, I mean, yeah, that's 15 grand over there, 2.5, 2.5. In terms of the rocket supply, it's all backed up. It's got 10k there. We got 5k here. I haven't been worried about low density structures for a long time, especially since I pushed the productivity up to insane levels. But yeah, rocket fuel. Where's my rocket fuel? Down here. Haven't run out of the ore. 8.8. We'll probably tap this at some point once this run runs out, but this one's still hanging on quite a bit. Yeah, so Volcanus is fine. Gleba is still a bit of a mess, but it's a functional mess at this point. We turned off all these machines. We stopped sending bioflux over to them. We are now fully backed up on bioflux, so that's not an issue. And we're gone back to making science, which is good, although I don't really use it for much. I could get another level of railgun damage. I got a level of railgun damage, 1 level, and then I looked back and I realized, hang on a sec, I'm already one-shotting the asteroids. This is stupid. But railgun shooting speed, I'll probably start pumping that up at some point, but it is starting to get expensive, and I don't have either of these two last sciences automated, so yeah. But the bullet damage, yes. Definitely that one's going on. Get this up to the point where it's maxed out the limit with without needing prod modules, which is not really necessary, but nice. And yeah, once we get the tech science up, I'm not actually sure what I do. Probably a bunch of levels of work at robot speed, although that's doubling every time, so that's not great. I'll get this up to level 20, but that's not going to take too long. And then obviously pushing this to the limit. The blue circuits, we want to get that up to level 25. Yeah, push that up to level 25, and that will be nice. And then we'll be moving over to Gleba. So, yeah, pretty much. All right, let me get the hell off this planet. We're bumping out a bunch more of these prod modules. How close are we to our armor? To our wonderful armor. 157, hasn't really moved much. Oh, what's going on? Oh, we're out of water. Hello? Why are we out of water? Because this thing's backed up. Why is this thing backed up? It's just stuck in... Alright, we're going to go over and fix that. Okay. Alright. Yeah, that water thing was very janky. I was just pulling ice off a belt. It didn't even have like a filter, a belt filter or something. It was just an inserter just pulling it off a belt. Very, very janky. Let's go to personal. I gotta say, I'm not running into any UPS issues so far, and I've got all these ships running, and I got a bunch of megabases running. No UPS issues so far, so this is good. This is very good. I'm not sure at what point we might start hitting. Maybe once we do 5k SPM, and we're sending like 10 ships out to the Shattered Planet at the same time to get that 5k SPM, and they're each going through like hundreds of asteroids. Maybe that'll be a bit of a UPS slowdown. But so far... Oh, I forgot. I forgot to turn this off. Okay, well, we've got another 8 Spidertrons all ready to go on this ship. Okay, well, let's tick this off for now. Yeah, let's tick that off for now. And maybe on Gleba. Maybe Gleba will drop them off. And yeah, we'll drop off some Spidertrons on Gleba, and they can just sort of frolic around and do their own thing. That kind of seems ironic, because I do think there are spider enemies on this planet, but obviously we haven't seen them because we've got enemies turned off. But yeah, I do have plans for doing a 40-hour speed run of this game. I'm hoping to live stream it. Although, having said that, I look, if I had enemies turned off, getting this done in 40 hours I think would be doable. We'd just have to shortcut a lot of things. We wouldn't have, every ship wouldn't be an assault cruiser. We'd have a bunch of those space trucks everywhere, and I'd only build assault cruisers when I went to Aquilo. And when I went all the way to the edge of the solar system, I'd probably just jury-rig some railguns on the front of this and just call it a day. But having said that, I think the enemies are going to make that playthrough a lot different. So, drop to Fulgora. So yeah, we have to think of some plans for doing that, because there's a lot of really crazy things that are going to happen. For example, on Gleba, this guy making the overgrowth, right? Let's get some biter eggs in it. What happens when these guys spoil? They release biters. Okay, that's not cool. And I mean, it's a speed run. We're not going to have fusion reactors on Gleba to give us unlimited power. It's not going to happen. Let's get rid of this. It's probably going to blow up. Oh, I just realized I could have destroyed some fusion fuel doing that. That would have been awkward, but thankfully it did not do too much damage. Come on, robots. What are you doing? Please tell me I have repair. I do have repair packs. All right, robots. Get in there and start repairing stuff. It's taken a while for you to do that. Oh boy. I can tell you one thing though, when we do the speed run, we're not doing anything at high quality. Not doing a single bit of uncommon. Everything is going to be normal quality. All right, let's go fix this up. Cause yeah, yeah. Look at this. This is all. It's just this one inserter pulling stuff out. Do we still kind of need copper? And we're just completely backed up, are we? Okay. Well, there's a easy-ish way to solve this problem. Give me some stuff, please, robots. Give me some stuff. Okay. Those robots are very quick. They're very quick. We can make them quicker though. We'll make them so much quicker after we got the tech signs. Okay, that's a decent amount of stuff. I think that should hopefully be enough. It didn't give me any red inserters, which might become a problem, but all right. So Now, is there anything we don't want to just yank off this belt? Oh, look at that legendary copper cable. I saw that. Okay. So I don't mind taking ice off, because we should have more than enough ice. Okay, so it's the holmium ore. So basically, use filters, holmium ore, blacklist. Okay, there we go. So that'll unfreeze the belt, given enough time. And then everything should eventually start working. I wish we could do multiple filters on this, because I'd like to send ice off as well. What we're going to have to do here... Alright, let's do this. Let's just... Because we don't need a lot of ice. Quality equals any. I know asking for any... Okay, that's the wrong way. Okay, let's just do normal. Let's just do normal ice. Should still be a bunch of that. And then Bob's your uncle. Okay. How much normal ice are we going to get out here? Still a bit. Still a bit. How much water do we really need? Fair bit. Okay, here's what we're going to do. Filter. Quality equals less than or equal to rare. And then you are going to be quality equals greater than or equal to uncommon on the right side of the belt. And then we do this. So this is ice melting for uncommon. This is ice melting for rare. And now we just got to hook it up again. Alrighty, beautiful. So that, these guys should both be working approximately. Need to fix that up. And that should hopefully get us more than enough water. Hopefully. It's only taken back the stuff that has been fully recycled after it's been... So it's uncommon, and then it gets recycled, and then it goes down here. We will get a little bit of normal out of this, or something like that. Anyway, it's just... We don't need that much water. Oh, it's already up to 800, so... Yeah, that's fine. That's completely fine. Okay. Do we need these guys anymore? I feel like they may actually be causing problems now. They fixed the problem, but now they might be causing problems. No, you know what? I'm going to leave at least one. I'm going to leave one. Because if I don't leave one, then the system will eventually just completely stall up again. And what we'll do is... look at how much crap is in here. That's an insane amount of crap. Okay, you know what? You get speed. I think we gave this one speed modules. I think we give that one speed modules. There should be some speed module 3s around here somewhere. There should be. Oh, you know where they are, don't you? They're all in the Spidertrons have stolen everything out of this bloody network. Okay, alright. Okay, give you some speed modules. That's what I like to see. Fortunately, it does get one type of good, and then it kind of gets fixated on that type of group, but it should be able to burn through that particular type of group eventually, and then once it's completed burning through it, it'll move on to another type of item, which is fine. Yep. And now it moves on to something else. Okay, so that's beautiful. How close are we? 160. It feels like it's going quite slow. But then again, this whole system did stall up for a little while, so yeah. We're getting a fair bit of holmium ore. Stone is not doing too badly. Okay, you just need a bit more holmium. Just a little bit more holmium. These guys are doing fine on holmium because they're sending a lot from the other side. We just needed to fix up their water, which we did. And now you can see they're running pretty much full speed with legendary quality modules again. They're running a little bit low on the holmium solution, but the 4 of them are still running pretty well. So yeah, this will give us our legendary holmium plates eventually. Eventually. It'll still take a while, but eventually. Let's look at this. Let's go back to this station. I think we need to go back and do... Here's the thing. I don't think I want a tiny little squishy station like that. An incredibly tiny little squishy station. I just don't want it. I think what I want is something like this. Let's see. In case it isn't apparent, we are going to be using actually we're going to use 111 trains for this setup. So basically, we're going to it's going to be a dual... We're going to have 2 different rail networks, right? 2 different rail networks, basically. We're going to have one rail network, which is just a bunch of little zippy 111 trains that go in and then they go out. So we don't have loops, because real estate on these islands is very small. So I just want to have a little train that goes up, stops, and then it goes straight back down the rail that it was previously on. And we might even just have just like that. So it goes down, it stops, and then it goes back out. And then the actual intersection is on raised rails. So then we maximize the amount of space we have on the island, which I'm not sure is 100% necessary, but we'll see. We'll see how we go. We may be able to put the thing on the island. But yeah. And then, so that'll be our one rail network, and the other one will be for the scrap. The scrap, we're probably going to have either 1-4 trains or probably like 1-4 trains, I think. We might be able to get away with these 1-2s, because these 1-2s are doing a pretty good job. Having said that, did I mention that we need 20 belts of scrap? So, yeah, 20 belts of scrap is an incredible amount of scrap. Yeah. Okay. So... this is interesting. I take it back. Factorio Lab is actually doing a great job of breaking down exactly what needs to happen. What it's telling me is that I get all of my green circuits from breaking down blue circuits. So red circuits I just throw away completely. Red circuits I don't need for anything. Yeah, so I get a bonus of 87 red circuits per second. I get 81 of them from the pure recycling build, and I get 6.1 of them from recycling blue circuits. And the blue circuits I get a total of 54 per second from recycling. I recycle 12.2 of them into a recycling setup to get 60.7 green circuits, and I take the remaining 41.9 blue circuits a second and I throw them away. That's impressive. That's very impressive. Yeah. So, but I think we're still going to have separate stations. So we're going to have one station that does all the recycling and it just outputs all of the raw goods. Yeah. And then we'll have another station that does blue circuits. So that station that does recycling, it'll have two output stations for blue circuits. It'll have a good one and it'll have a dumping one. And so the good one will manage the 12.2 that needs to go into recycled into green circuits, and the 41.9 will all go straight up to the dumping ground where nothing ever returns. And then we'll have another station that's just basically for blue circuits, and all it'll do is basically just take in the blue circuits, convert it, recycle them into green circuits, have a green circuit output, and yeah, have a green circuit output, and it'll also have an output for other bits, which is, what else does blue recycle into? I don't know. Blue, just red. So I'll basically have an output for the electronic circuits and a dumping for the electronic circuits, so 2 for the green circuits, and then red, it'll probably just have a straight dumper. We might be able to dump it on site if it's not too hard, but we may just dump it into a train station. So yeah, that'll be 1 input station for that one and 3 outputs, and we'll only need, we can get to the point where we might be able to do some of those on, like, multiple ones of those on the same island. But I definitely want them on separate islands to the main recycling plant, because I want to be able to get to the point where I can create multiple recycling islands if I need to, and I don't want to have to worry about, oh, I got to do this little bit of blue circuit malarkey on the recycling island as well. I want that separate, and then I could build that to the scale I want, and then we can, because I mean, 20 belts of scrap coming in. And if you think about it, okay, here's the thing, right? If we look at this recycling recipe, if we do the math, I'm going to do the math in my head because I'm awesome. So that's 28, 33, 37, 43, 47, 54, 55, 60. So that's 60%, right? That is 60% of what comes in goes out, which means 20 belts come in, and approximately 12 come out. But we're going to have recycling productivity up to 200%. So technically, 20 belts come in, 36 belts come out. Okay? 36 belts. What I'm actually going to do is I'm going to change this to use turbo transport belts, because I'm going to change Factorio Labs to use turbo transport belts. Suddenly we only need 15. 15 green belts coming in. Yeah, 15 green belts coming in, and we output 60% of that, which is 9, which is still goes up to 27. So we've gone from 36 blue belts to 27 green belts. That's still a lot, okay? All right, I am not going to do 15 belts of input and 27 belts of output on one island. I don't think it's possible. Even if I wanted to, I don't think it's possible. The sheer amount of recyclers we would need to accomplish that would be insane. I mean, if we have a look, where are we? We're all the way up here. So if we go down here and we have a look, I mean, this is already designed to extract one belt And the thing is, yeah, we need to split this off like 4 or 5 times now because of all the productivity we've got. So, yeah. I mean, how much space does this take? So that's 4 belts, right? Okay, so we do 4... Is that 4 belts? Okay, so maybe we could do a decent amount on an island. I mean, yeah. 15 belts, right? 15 belts. We'll have to see. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put these on my actual inventory, because otherwise I'm just going to forget to use them and somebody will probably be upset at me. But yes, you know who you are in the chat, who's always saying, oh, you know, green belts this and green belts that. Look at that. You got green inserters next to the blue belts and blue inserters next to the green belts. That's totally messing with my head at the moment. Come on, how much have we got? 100. It's going along at a decent pace. Let's have a look. Holmium. If we have a look, our last 10 minutes. 0 in the last 10 minutes, really? Legendary? Yeah, in the last 10 minutes, 0. In the last hour, 0? No. We've definitely built. Legendary. Why does it say consuming them? We haven't I suppose I consumed a few. That's weird. Maybe consuming is what it means when it goes into the requester chest. I mean, 0.4 per minute. That means we're doing 1 every 2 minutes, which is not too bad, because that means we need 30, 1 every 2. So that means in an hour it will be done, which I'm happy with. That's a decent pace. So it means in an hour I get my legendary mech suit, and then I fill the rest of it up with tool belts and probably some. Yeah, I think that's what I'm probably going to do, because this guy is 2.5 megawatts. Each of these is 2. So I could probably get some more legs in there. Maybe I'll get another normal fusion reactor. I think that's what I'll probably do. 1 or 2 more normal fusion reactors. Whole bunch of legs. Whole bunch of tool belts. I don't think I need any more of these. 250 robots is more than enough. And these legendary personal things, that requires getting more legendary supercapacitors. That's a massive pain in the ass. I don't want to bother with that. And I don't think I need it, because they get like a ridiculous amount of power anyway. Maybe I'll just chuck a few more of these in. But yeah, tool belts, definitely. So I just have basically an infinite amount of space. I want my inventory to go all the way off the monitor. It's going to be awesome. So anyway, that's it. I think it's just time for me to get down and actually start building Fulgora. It's a big project, okay? Volcanus was a project. It was a decent project, but it wasn't a big project. It was just like any other build back on Nowvis. You do this, like this. I mean, here's the thing, right? This looks like a big project. It's not really a big project anymore. For me, anyway. I mean, you just copy and paste, copy and paste, copy and paste, copy and paste. I mean, when I first did purple science, project. But yellow science, I mean, it's basically just copy and paste 90% of it. Like this, copy and paste. All these, copy and paste. This was a bit of a pain, but yeah. I don't know if this really counts as a big project anymore. But Fulgora, Volcanus, not a big project. Fulgora will be a big project. This is going to be a huge project. It's going to be, especially because of the rail infrastructure. We're going to have like this massive network of rails everywhere. And I could make it a bit smaller by not doing everything on separate islands, by having just like 3 islands and just try to squeeze everything on there. But I feel like I really want to do everything on separate islands. I feel like I really want to. What are you still missing? Prod modules. Yeah, okay. We are getting prod modules, right? Where's my FG supply? Let's get this to be a 2. That's going to take a while to get all that stuff, but all that stuff will be on Nowvis. What's actually going on? Are you sending... Okay, you're sending a decent amount of rockets with a decent amount of things in it? Okay, that's pretty good. We got our rocket productivity up to 190%, by the way. To get it to 200%, we need 1.3 million or 130,000. If we go to Nowvis, that's not the right button. We can see we're at 98,000, so not quite there. Got to wait a little bit. We're still producing science though. We're still sending 4,000 science back at a time. We still got, I think I put legendary prod modules on these guys. Yep, so we're producing a decent amount of it. 200 per minute or something. So eventually we'll get enough to do that. But for now, I'm just going to leave this. It's only got 7 hours left. And then we just got one more level, and then we can 2-shot medium asteroids, which is a very big milestone for us to be reaching. We can already 1-shot the small ones, but 2-shotting the medium ones is going to be awesome. And then all we need is, I'm going to say legendary railguns, but we're never going to get those. Our 4 epic railguns will be good though, and we could probably shove some rare railguns on some other places as well. And now, Vs, how are you doing? Are you up to 14 yet? Nah, still sitting at 9. It's been sitting at 9 for a long time. This process is just so painful. So incredibly painful. You do have 15 there, and you do have quality modules, so we might get lucky, but yeah, it's going to take so long. Could we actually make higher quality carbon fiber? I mean, let's have a think about this for a second. Carbon made from spoilage. Legendary spoilage. How about that? We could actually probably make legendary spoilage on Nowvis, because we got so much of it. We could probably just recycle it and see what happens. The problem is the Umako mash. Umako mash comes from here. So you do that and get the Umako mash. Maybe we could do something where we just recycle the crap out of Umako until we get legendary Umako. And then we send the legendary Umako over to... well, actually, no, we wouldn't. We would just... Because how do you build carbon fiber again? It's just carbon. Maybe we could make it over on Gleba. Maybe we could. I really don't want to, though. But yeah, we just legendary the crap out of this, throwing this in until we get legendary fruit. And then we can use that to make legendary mash. And then we just need to have some legendary spoilage. You know what? I actually want to try that. I know I'm crazy, but I want to try that. I mean, we got fruit coming out the wazoo. We got spoilage coming out the wazoo. Let's go ahead and go over and see if we can make some. All right, you heard it here first. What did I say first? You heard it here first. We are making legendary spoilage. Okay, it has never been done before. Do I have stuff? Do I have enough stuff in my rocket? I should have legendary quality modules. Personal rocket. I should have recyclers. I should have all of that jazz. Ooh, I love the way this is like an Elon Musk type landing. This thing is beautiful. All right, let's go over to Gleba. And once we get to Gleba, drop some quality modules off. Drop myself off. And yes, having said that, I feel like we don't just have an unlimited amount of spoilage. We got 9.9k, and we're throwing it away if it gets over 10k. Okay. Let's throw it away if it gets over 100k. Because we really want to just save it here. What are we launching? Science. Still producing science. I don't know why, because the science just gets thrown away. I'm really not using it for much. Could do asteroid productivity. That's always nice to get. But I'm doing the grind for the bullets. I'm doing the bullet grind at the moment. Once the bullet grind is over and done with, hopefully by the time the bullet grind is done and the LDS grind is done. Oh, this one is 65 million. This one is only 25 million. Okay, so that's a lot more feasible. The 65 million one is going to take like a full day. Like we're 36%, that's 7. So this is about 10 hours total. The 65 million one is going to be like a full day, like a full 24 hours. 5k SPM taking 24 hours to get to that milestone. Thank God, I think we did the math for one-shotting medium asteroids, and it was like 184 billion research or something. It would probably take us like a year to do that. Well, maybe not a year, but actually probably a year. But anyway. So, oh, I need some stuff. Give me some stuff, please. I love these planets where you can have robots and they don't just die straight away. They can actually move around and do stuff. Unlike certain planets, Aquila, which just have really, really crappy robots. They're just so crappy, it's not even funny. Do I have recyclers? I should have recyclers. I should have some recyclers. Yep, satisfaction 38. We got our legendary prod modules. Okay, let's go over here and let's do a build for... We're just going to do a nice, simple little build over here. Basically... Actually, we only need 4 of them, don't we? We do need these to be active, though. We do need these to be active. Okay. So this one is going to be requesting normal, and we want it to run. No, we don't want to filter. We want it to run until uncommon spoilage is less than 1,000. Want it to run while uncommon spoilage is less than 1,000. And then this one is rare. I'm doing that shift alt thing, which is cool. Oh no, that one needs to be epic. No, what am I doing? Oh, yes. Running while less than epic. And then this one is going to be less than legendary. And then this one is going to just request normal spoilage. 200 of it. This one's going to request uncommon spoilage. So we might get some double jumps. If we get some double jumps, that'll be fine. Rare. And then this one is going to be epic. Alrighty. So we will continue until we have 1,000 legendary spoilage. And what we're going to do over here is we're going to build you, and we're going to build there, and output priority is right, always right. We do not want to take any of this fruit if there's even a tiny chance. Okay, so basically what we want to do is we want to go back over to Fulgora. And we basically just want to copy this guy. I don't know if I got... oh, I do have enough modules for that. Filter on legendary fruit. And then what we need is basically just another one of these builds. Although slightly different. We'll put that build down there. I'll put a row report down there. So you need... what do you need? You need carbon. So you need legendary, spoilage, trash unrequested. I wonder what happens with the quality. Like if you put... so we'll do this, legendary. And then we'll do this, legendary. So it's going to require legendary, and it's going to require legendary. We're just going to steal a bit of this because I do not want to be using legendary Yumeko mash for producing legendary nutrients. That is completely unnecessary. And then we just need the legendary Yumeko. Which we don't... I'm not going to have like a huge build for it, to be honest. Go like that. Here we go. That's... so this is going to be... oh, we're going to end up with legendary seeds as well. Okay, so let's do the legendary Yumeko on this one. And then legendary seeds. Well, the rest will just... okay, so we'll do this, and then we'll just blacklist this one. Okay. So we'll end up with some legendary seeds in the whatchamacallit, but that's fine. Okay. Alright. Well, that is a extremely insane build, and we also need power. We also need to get rid of spoilage. Spoilage, any quantity of spoilage goes out here and goes off into the ether. There we go. I can't believe we are making legendary. Do I actually want to belt this over? I kind of feel like I want to just belt it over. There we go. We're just belting it over. Now, these guys do have a lifespan of about an hour. Yumeko. I think they have a lifespan of an hour. Oh, don't... Yeah, an hour. So they should last long enough for us to make legendary versions of them. And as soon as we make legendary versions, we chuck them in here. They become the mash. And... Oh, we need to do this as well. There we go. That's that. We're already clearing out these guys. These guys already got clearance. This nutrient is going to fall over, but we're just using a little bit of this mash over here, which is not a big deal. And hopefully we'll be producing little enough of the Yumeko fruit that we won't have to chuck any Yumeko mash in the bin. But yeah, this process does have the benefit of if any of the Yumeko does fall over, then that spoiler filter will just get rid of it. Speaking of which, how much spoilage? No, we're not really building up a lot. We're not building up any legendary spoilage. That's going to take a while. That's going to take a very, very, very long time. But the carbon, the spoilage and the carbon does not spoil. Here's the interesting thing. If we start to get... Okay, here's... I'm going to have to do something here. Because here's the thing, right? Okay. Read ingredients. Read contents, sorry. So the contents are currently 0. So this will only work if legendary carbon is greater than 0. Okay? So we're not going to take any of the fruit, the legendary fruit, and convert it to mash if there's no legendary carbon in here. We want at least some legendary carbon in here, because otherwise we're going to make legendary mash, and the mash is just going to spoil because we don't have any carbon to build against it, which would suck. So there we go. We have just made a build to do legendary carbon fiber. Why? I don't know. Probably for the rocket turrets, I'm guessing. Get me some legendary rocket turrets. And also because the Fulgora is such a huge build, I really don't want to... Like, there's a part of me that just doesn't want to do it. It's like too huge. It's going to use too much of my brain. But anyway. We'll get there eventually. We'll get there eventually. It's going to take so long. Maybe we should duplicate this setup. How many of these? I only got 2 left. Okay, I can't duplicate it too much. What we can do is we get rid of this, because I don't think we need all that much of it. And then we're going to move that over a few spaces. I'm going to do 2 more of these for the normal. That should increase our spoilage throughput by a fair bit. Okay. Alrighty. I think we're done with this video. I think we are definitely done with this video. Oh, I just saw some epic spoilage. It's only a matter of time before we get legendary spoilage now. And yeah. Oh, hello. Oh, you need 6 for 1. Is there an easier way to get carbon? Because this is kind of is there an easier way to get carbon? I mean, let's be honest. We could make millions of this stuff back on Nalvis. Because it just takes coal. And we got legendary coal just falling out of our... we got a lot of it, so... Yeah. Having said that, we do have a lot of spoilage on this planet. Do we? Are we still... Are we going to run out of spoilage eventually? I don't think so. Oh, hey, I put it up to... Why is it sitting at 20k? No, I put you at 100k. Why is it constantly... There must be something that's throwing it out if there's more than 20k. I just don't know what it is. Because it should not just be sitting at 20k and bouncing up and down. There's got to be some sort of weird recycling setup I set up to get rid of... it if there's more than 20k. But I just can't find it off the top of my head. Yeah, because that's just not natural. It's not natural for it to go up to 20k. Oh, maybe it's actually dropping. I think it's dropping. Okay, so I think we're using up more than we're producing. That might be a problem eventually. Yeah, I feel like we should just make... Okay. We'll keep making this because I don't think we really need the spoilage for much else, but I might... Okay, what we might do is we might say I want 1,000. No, not 1,000 carbon. Legendary. I want 1,000 legendary carbon. And then we'll faff this build. And say legendary 500. Okay, so this will still work. Oh! We got it. Well, we don't got it, but... Okay. This one we need to change as well. I don't know why I'm setting all these, but... Oh, that's not good, actually. We don't have... We got a little bit of legendary Yamako, and immediately we turned it into mash. And this is probably going to spoil before we get more of it. Before we get another legendary, because this takes a while to get the legendaries. I wonder if there's a way to deal with that. Oh, we got another fruit. Okay, here's how we deal with it. Prod module, prod module. Yeah. That's very, very necessary. Maybe even legendary prod modules on these. Because what we want is we want one fruit to produce 10 mash. That's really kind of our goal. So if we put legendary prod module, this would be plus 100%, be 150%, plus 150%, which right now it's doing 2. So it produces, I don't know, does that do... Okay, I think when it had 4 in here before, that was off 2 fruits. Now we're getting 4 off 1 fruit, and, or almost 4 off 1 fruit. If we put full prod modules in there, 6. 6 or 7 off 1, it's plus 150%. So we get, normally we get 2, plus 150%, is we get 5 off 1 fruit? Something like that. I don't know. I'm really not sure. Oh, but we have it. We have it. 1 legendary carbon fiber. Okay. That's, yeah. Oh. What are you doing? Okay, that was a mistake. You only are supposed to be setting that. Do not put spoilage in the container. That is not supposed to have spoilage. Here we go. We got some fruit sitting on there. Alright, you know what? I'm going to go back and get some legendary prod modules, right? And I'm also going to set up that carbon thing. I know it's going to be a long video, but yeah, it's all good. It's all good. I'm having fun. You're having fun. We're all having fun. So what do we need anyway? Maybe I'll get some prod modules on that one as well. So we need 8 prod modules. 8 legendary prod modules. As soon as these labs are finished, we'll have so many prod modules, legendary ones, they'll just be falling out of our ears. It's going to be awesome. But yeah, then we can get, then we could just have rocket turrets for days, pretty much. There won't be anything stopping us from having rocket turrets for days. What do we want here? 8 of the legendaries, and that's pretty much it. So we go to now these, and then we got to set up a legendary carbon, which I can do some of that remotely. How much space have we got? Oh, we're going to need a bunch of space, so I'll do it over here. Legendary carbon. And this guy, we're going to say we want 1,000 legendary carbon. Over there. And how do we make carbon again? Coal and sulfuric acid. So all we need is a big old cryo chamber, which we might as well put here. Yeah, I got sulfuric acid down here. So we'll put that there. 3 spaces in between. Move it up by 2. And then it's basically just going to be a case of carbon, legendary. We're going to fill it full of prod modules. Oh, and there we go. We are off the ship and going down to the planet. And yeah, we'll fill it full of prod modules, but I don't think we need legendary prod modules in there. That's a bit of a waste, considering how much legendary coal we've got just lying around. Having said that, do we have... I don't know if we have an infinite amount of legendary coal. Oh, look at all those robots coming down to give me things. They are so nice. I still would love the robot speed to be just like doubled or something like that, because it feels, it's fast, but it still feels slow, because I'm just at the pace that I'm just running this game. Ah, I'm just too awesome for this game. That's really what the problem is. I'm just too awesome for this game. Oh, once we get the legendary mech armor, we will start to get... How much legendary coal do we have? Only 12k. We might have to do, in the coal station, we might have to do... Oh, we're already recycling the epic. So we should be getting max legendary coal. We'll see how we go. Alright. Now we just need to grab some sulfuric acid, which is fine. I didn't bother making any of the fluids locally. I just dragged them all in via belt, as you are probably aware of by now. And yeah, prod modules, and a couple of beacons. Because, yeah, I don't have a ton of legendary coal. So we will put some prod modules in there. To try and get that stuff going. And I need 8 legendary legendaries. 8 legendary prod modules to go back over to the planet and fill that in. So let's go over and steal them, because that is how we get all of our modules. So we turn off our roboport, we turn off trash unrequested, and we go down and we do a little bit of thievery. And it should be a lot easier to steal these days, because so many of these guys are full. Okay. Boom. And boom. That's it. That's the 8 we need. Put normal prod modules in, and then copy and paste over the top so that they still have those requested. Then we dump in the prod modules and we deliver them up to our personal ship. And we make sure that our ship does not have unload checked, because I don't want it to accidentally drop that stuff down. And then, so if we look at the logistics network, carbon, we got 680 carbon. Okay, so if we go to Gleba supply rocket, you need to be getting, do you actually have 4,000 biter eggs? Well, not any many, they're all kind of dying, but you do have a bunch there. Okay, let's get 2,000 legendary carbon on your next trip, please. Oh, and it's heading over to Navi straight away. That's beautiful. Now I've got to clear out my inventory. Clear it out, clear it out, clear it out. And then we're going to travel over to personal ship. Chuck in those prod modules. And then we will start to build a bunch of... And where's our... Is it this one? NV supply? Yeah, let's put 400 of the legendary stuff. Yeah. We won't make this part of anything. Oh wait, why is it taking so long? Oh, it's not taking long, it's just... Yeah, we'll put that in, so... Eventually it'll go over and I'll get it. I'm not sure if I'll actually put a constant thing on it, though. Dropped planet Gleba. Fly to Gleba, please. Double check that the prod module 3s are on there. Which they are. And we can pre-drop them. So that when we reach the planet, they will be dropped. And yeah. So we're definitely, oh, we're down to 8.3 already. We're going through that copper like there's nobody's business. But, yeah, it's all good. I mean, no, we only got 1 million coal left here, but eventually, I'm just actually surprised. It is backed up on Epic. It is actually backed up on Epic. So we should be making... Maybe I need to get these to be legendary quality modules. How many legendary quality modules do I have on Navis? If we look over here, does not automatically change the network when I move over there. If we have a look at... well, I could type in legendary, but that's not going to narrow it down much. 500. 500. Okay, that's a decent amount. We could ship all those off. There goes our legendary prod modules. Oh, I want to watch that other rocket as it goes down all the way, but we'll pick it up in a sec. We will pick it up in a sec. Damn, this video is going for a long time. There we go. As a I want to see if I can catch them right out of the active provider chest. Oh, yes, got him. Got him. beautiful. What reflexes? So I want this one to be legendary. And I want this one to also be legendary. Might as well. Because, yeah. You're running out of nutrients? Okay. Maybe I want some speed modules, because I've kind of overtaxed that one a little bit. Give me some speed. Okay. I feel like we've got speed modules. There we go. Alright, that should solve that particular problem. We're probably taxing the robots quite a bit by doing this, but actually, you know what? Over closer to where the actual storage chests are. They're all down here. Look, oh, all these storage chests. I can't remember building those, but clearly it was a good idea to build them. So let's put this down here. I usually don't like putting things too close to the robots, because then to the cargo bay, because then it's hard to extend this, but then I don't really think we need to extend this. I can't remember when I think it was all seeds. I had so many seeds that I put down all these, and then it just started going nuts. So we have a look. The Gleber supply does have 2,000 carbon in it at the moment. Does it? Whereas, oh, it does. 2,000 legendary carbon, which I don't think we're actually requesting on the ground yet, so... Oh, we are. We are requesting legendary carbon on the ground, so they'll go in, they'll go over there. Unfortunately, getting this stuff... Well, we're not going to have any delay on the legendary carbon anymore. We're going to have tons of that stuff. So all of this will get immediately mashed up. Oh, I should have got some legendary prod modules for this as well. Oh, now I want to go back and get some. Okay, we're going to end this video here, because otherwise I'm just going to keep going forever. But I'm definitely going to go back, get some legendary prod modules and put them on these guys. And I'm going to get legendary quality modules for that coal mine. And I'm going to set up the ship somehow to get the legendary... Oh, we only got 5 of them. 5. Oh, it's so pretty. And then we can just... Here's the thing, right? For this guy, for the rocket turret, the only problem for this is the carbon fiber. As soon as we start making legendary carbon fiber and shipping it back, we don't need any of that other crap. So anyway, I'm going to finish it off now. I'm going to stop. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you guys later.